fortune, and millions of adoring fans. From the outside, it looks like a dream. But for some of Hollywood's biggest stars, the spotlight has a way of attracting more than just paparazzi. Sometimes, it seems to draw in something darker, something from beyond the veil. What if the ghosts of Hollywood were real? For Ariana Grande, a single photograph may have captured a demon. For Post Malone, a supposedly cursed object brought a string of terrifying disasters. And for Miley Cyrus, a spectral presence allegedly forced her from her own home. These aren't scenes from a movie. According to the stars who lived them, these are their chilling encounters with the paranormal. For most people, a European tour is the opportunity of a lifetime. For a 20-year-old Miley Cyrus, it was a career milestone. But the temporary home she chose in London would become the backdrop for an experience she says was so terrifying she'll never go back. In 2013, Cyrus and her family rented an apartment in a building across from the famed Harrods department store. She later told Elle UK magazine that the place had a strange history. It was once an old bakery that had been converted into flats. Local folklore claimed that the bakery had been owned by a man whose son lived with him after his wife passed away. After the father died, the son took over the business. It's this son, Miley believes, that she came face to face with. The strange occurrences began subtly, with Miley experiencing really crazy dreams and really scary things, but they soon escalated. The bathroom seemed to be a focal point for the activity. In one particularly frightening incident, her younger sister Noah was taking a shower when the family heard her scream. Miley ran in to find that the water knob had mysteriously turned itself to the hottest setting, scalding her sister's skin. Miley herself had the most direct and chilling encounter. She told Elle, "I thought I had seen a little boy sitting on the sink watching me take a shower, so I felt really freaked out." Thinking she might have imagined it, she tried to brush it off, but the vision returned. "I was sitting there the next night, and maybe I'm crazy, but I could have sworn I could see this little boy sitting there on the sink, kicking his feet." These experiences weren't just happening to her. Her then-fiancé, Liam Hemsworth, her mother, and her aunt all reported strange happenings. According to Miley's account, her aunt, who hadn't been told about the family's fears, came home one day to find doors and windows in the locked apartment mysteriously open. That was the final straw. Convinced the apartment was haunted by the spirit of the baker's son, the entire family packed their bags and fled, refusing to spend another night there. To this day, Miley maintains the experience was real and has said, "I will never stay there ever again." But Miley Cyrus isn't the only star with a supernatural story that sent them running. For Austin Richard Post, better known as Post Malone, a casual visit to a museum in Las Vegas allegedly set off a chain reaction of life-threatening disasters that led many to believe he was genuinely cursed. The source of this supposed curse? An object known as the Dybbuk box. So, what is a Dybbuk box? In Jewish folklore, a Dybbuk is a malicious spirit that possesses the living. However, the legend of this particular wine cabinet is a modern one, born in 2001 when a man named Kevin Mannis bought it at an estate sale. Mannis created an elaborate backstory, claiming it belonged to a Holocaust survivor and that it should never be opened. While many investigative journalists believe the story was a creative hoax, it went viral, and subsequent owners reported horrors like nightmares and strange illnesses. The box eventually found its way to Zach Bagans, host of the TV show Ghost Adventures, who placed it in his haunted museum in Las Vegas. This is where Post Malone enters the story. In 2018, the rapper was visiting the museum when Bagans decided to remove the box's protective glass case. Video footage shows a visibly nervous Post Malone keeping his distance. Bagans, however, touched the box. Feeling overwhelmed by a strange energy, he grew terrified. Post Malone, concerned for his friend, reached out and put his hand on Bagans's shoulder. According to Bagans's own interpretation, that single point of contact, from the box to him to Post, was enough to transfer the curse. What followed was a string of catastrophic bad luck that seemed to defy coincidence. Over the next 2 to 3 months, disaster struck. In late August 2018, the tires on his private jet blew out during takeoff, forcing a terrifying emergency landing. Shortly after that, in early September, he was a passenger in a serious car crash in West Hollywood. As if that wasn't enough, armed robbers then broke into his old San Fernando Valley home, demanding to see him by name. The timeline was chilling. All of these near-death experiences happened within a few months of his encounter with the Dybbuk box. Post Malone himself later addressed the events, stating, "It's weird because after we opened up this creepy Dybbuk box, I had gotten in a car accident. I almost had a plane wreck. My house got broken into. Within a month's time, it was really odd stuff. A plane crash, a car wreck, and a home invasion, all within weeks of touching an allegedly cursed object. Do you think Post Malone was truly the victim of a paranormal curse? Or was it all just a string of unbelievable coincidences? Let us know what you believe in the comments below. And while you're there, make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on, because you won't want to miss the photographic evidence we're about to discuss. For our final story, we journey to a place so notorious for its dark legends that it's been sensationalized on the internet as one of the 7 gates to hell on earth. It's a place that pop superstar Ariana Grande visited in 2013, and according to her, she left with a horrifying souvenir, a photograph of demons. The location was Stull Cemetery, a remote graveyard in Kansas. It's surrounded by urban legends claiming the devil himself appears there, and that a long-gone church was a site for black magic. There was even a popular rumor that the Pope rerouted his flight just to avoid flying over the unholy ground. During a tour stop in Kansas City, Grande, a self-professed fan of the paranormal, decided she had to see it for herself. In a 2013 interview with Complex magazine, she described the experience in chilling detail. As she and her friends drove up to the cemetery, she said she felt this sick, overwhelming feeling of negativity over the whole car. Then came other classic signs of a haunting from folklore: the distinct smell of sulfur and a fly that appeared randomly inside the car. Overcome with fear, the group decided to leave, but before they did, Grande rolled down the window and respectfully apologized to the spirits, saying, "We apologize. We didn't mean to disrupt your peace." Then, she took a picture. When she looked at the photo, she claimed she saw 3 super distinct faces in the picture. They're faces of textbook demons. The story gets even stranger. The next day, when she tried to send the photograph to her manager, she says an error message popped up. The file, according to her, was an impossibly large 666 megabytes and could not be sent. Terrified by the experience, Grande deleted the photo. It has never been seen by the public. Following the incident, Grande reported being plagued by disturbing visions and whispers when she tried to sleep. On one occasion, she claimed she saw a massive black matter, like a dark cloud, hovering next to her bed. Believing it was a demon that feeds on fear, she tried her best to ignore it until it eventually disappeared. A friend staying with her the following night allegedly described seeing the exact same black mass. For Ariana, it felt like her visit brought something back with her, something captured in a single, terrifying photograph the world may never see. A haunted apartment that forces a family to flee. A cursed box that unleashes a torrent of deadly misfortunes. A demon captured in a photograph that mysteriously vanishes. These accounts are as terrifying as any Hollywood horror film, but they come from the stars themselves. Miley Cyrus, Post Malone, and Ariana Grande all stand by their stories, convinced they've had genuine encounters with a world that exists just beyond our own. So, what do you think? Are these simply the wild tales of celebrities with overactive imaginations, elaborate stories for publicity? Or did these stars, who live lives so different from our own, truly come face to face with the paranormal? Are demons, curses, and ghosts the dark side of fame? That's a question only they can answer for sure, but their stories leave us all to wonder. What's your take? Share your opinion in the comments below. And if you have your own paranormal story, we'd love to hear it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the unexplained.
Midnight Shadow.